Hello everyone, this took 4 days to make, sorry for the long wait. And this thrilling continuation this is another series which is gonna be called Total Drama My Ways. So I will be explaining a lot in this episode. It'll kind of be I think it could be nearly as long as the episodes that I did first, which were What If Jude, Sierra, and Alejandro, were in Total Drama Island, Action, and World Tour. So yeah, this won't be the same, and we won't have the same winners because I don't think Courtney and Noah would be actually good finalists. Plus we do actually have a good chance to keep Harold around. So, yeah. So, we're going to start off with our 22 contestants. Courtney, Justin, Tom, Duncan, Chase, Kai, Owen, Izzy, Noah, Trent, Gwen, Emma, Julia, the main villain, Brick, Harold, DJ, Jake, Zoe, Mike, Alec, Dave, and Dawn. So these are our 22 contestants for this first part. So I will kind of do the same thing and keep the entire cast for all the seasons. So reward challenges don't really properly happen. So yeah, after everyone gets on, they'll be split into two teams, and first team that will be announced will be the Screaming Gophers, and we have Gwen, no, Gwen, Trent, Mike, Zoe, Alec, Chase, Kai, Tom, Justin, Dawn, DJ, and that's the first team, and the second team comprises of Courtney, Duncan, Emma, Owen, Izzy, Noah, Julia, Brick, Harold, Jake, and Dave. So yeah. Why did I choose Dave even though he's one of my least favourite characters? I'm gonna do something funny here. Dave is gonna be the Ezekiel boot. Yes. I hate Dave so much, I'm acting him like he's Ezekiel. So yeah, as say much in the show, even though we have Heather on the team, I still think the Killer Bass would lose. And it would be a vote between Dave and Courtney. Duncan, Owen, Noah, Julia, Brick would vote for Courtney. Emma, Izzy, Harold, Jake, and Courtney vote for Dave. So, by a close vote of one vote each, Dave is eliminated. Dave is kind of shocked he's eliminated. He asks why. Holly says you're a weak and scrawny person, plus you were sexist. Well, I just said that the guys here are stronger than the girls on this team. Julia slaps Dave in the face and throws him into the water. Chef picks him up and gets him away. So yeah, an unhappy ending for Dave, and it will lead to the episode 2, which is the big sleep. So Um, cool. Okay, so like I'll put everyone who falls asleep first. So I think the first person that would fall asleep is Chase, followed by Kai, then Mike and Zoe, same team. Then I think Emma, Noah, and Izzy and Brick would fall asleep. Harold, Jake, then DJ, then Justin, then Tom, then Owen. Yeah, okay. Then Julia, then Alec, then Trent, then Courtney, then Gwen, then Duncan. So Screaming Gophers win, and it'll be the Killer Bass that'll be heading to elimination this round. So clear vote here who's going to be going tonight. And then it's the first person that actually fell asleep in the challenge, which I think you know who it was. I need to get everyone back in the teams, are you kidding me? Julia. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Sorry. One sec. Okay, I'm back. So, I think, pretty much, as I said, Screen Gophers would win. Killer Bass go to elimination, and I think they vote off Brick. Brick wouldn't be too sure because he did fall asleep kind of first. No one noticed that Jake was actually the first one that fell asleep, or Harold. Well, I guess it was them. They were actually good players, so yeah, Brick eliminated in this one. So, yep. This would lead to the next episode, which is Dodge Brawl. And Noah and Emma start sitting right next to each other, and they're getting close to falling in love, but they're just close friends right now. Julia is kind of annoyed by the losing streak. Duncan is half asleep, so is Courtney. So, it'd be teams of 5. So, so whoever's not participating will be, facing off. So, it's gonna be Jake, Julia, Emma, Izzy, and Owen for, the Killer Bass, and I think Mike as Vito, Trent, Chase, Justin, and Tom would actually do it for the other team. And Alec would just decide to not do it since it's not part of his skill set, and everyone's kind of annoyed at him for it. So in my case, think the Killer Bass would win hands down, and that'll make Julia and everyone else on the team happy for once because they don't have to vote someone out. Mike is an option. Zoe, Gwen, and Trent defend him now. Chase is an option because he's kind of stupid. But yeah, Chase is gone. 100%. Chase gone. I think I counted because I think there's only like 3 girls on the team, on this team, and about 4 girls on the other team, which is mostly male, which is not good. So I think it's better off just doing a couple boy kills. So yeah, and so Not Quite Famous happens, and I think the Killer Bass would still win because the 3 auditioners I think would be Emma, Julia, and I think Duncan in a way. So yeah, and on the other team I think Mike, Justin, and I think Alec would be doing it. But I think the Screen Gophers would lose because they didn't get too much points. Mike got 10 points. I think Alec would get 8 points and Justin would get 7. Emma would get 10, Julia would get 9, and Duncan would get 10. So the Killer Bass would actually win right away. And this is when Noah catches feelings for Emma, and Zoe starts catching feelings for Mike. So yeah. Killer Bass gets to elimination, and Justin's gone, like in the show. So yeah. Sorry. So yeah. The Sucky Outdoors. In my case, because they don't have Bridget over an under 10, and because they've got good players, to change the fact, I think the Killer Bass would win again. And Kai says, Alex says, "Can you shut up for once, Kai?" And Kai explodes at Alex, swearing the hell out, and it's all blurred, of course. Dawn tells Kai to calm down, and he does. And, well, it's obvious who'd be going out tonight. Kai is eliminated by his outburst, but Dawn kind of says, actually just kisses, Kai on the cheek for defending himself, and I guess they could be together since, because they're both chilled personality people. So yeah, this will lead to phobia factor. So, by how many people that would face their fears, I think Owen and Izzy would still face their fears. I think Noah wouldn't do his fear, but I think Julia and Emma would protect him. Julia and Emma would, of course, do theirs. Duncan, I think, would definitely do his, well, phobia. Jake, Courtney, and Harold don't. Mike and Zoe do that. Mike and Zoe. Mike's fear is to get everyone to find out that he has multiple personalities disorder, and he tells everyone, so he passes his thing. Zoe is scared of um telling his telling true feelings to someone, and Zoe just talks to Mike about it and passes his fear as Mike and Zoe kiss. Gwen is scared of being buried alive, passes it. Trent is scared of mind, but passes it. Alex scared of something, and he passes. Tom passes and takes his mask off. Jake gets like actual googly eyes over Tom, and no one notices about this. Not even Tom notices. DJ doesn't do his fair, but the Scream Gophers would win overall because I think Dawn wouldn't do her fair as well. But I think Scream Killer Bass would actually get to elimination, and I think Owen. I think Owen, Izzy, Noah, Julia, and Emma would vote together. So I think they would vote off Duncan, but I don't think Duncan could be out this early. So I think they would either vote for Courtney or for Jake. But plot twist happens, and the one that has the most votes isn't going home. Duncan, Jake, Courtney, and Harold, I think, would actually vote for Owen. So Owen is eliminated. Izzy is sad about this and gives Owen a hug and says, I hope you come back for a merge. And Owen is happy giving Izzy a kiss. So yeah. So yeah. This will lead to up the creek. And I don't think, in my case, I don't think the Killer Bass would actually go up the creek. In my case. And I think Tom and Jake would be dating by this point. I think Emma and Noah would have their first kiss in this episode. Gwen and Trent are still being like best buds. Mike and Zoe are pretty much Jeff and Bridget. Courtney and Duncan have not properly started yet. this will properly start in basics training. But it'll end quickly because Harold has to stay for a little bit longer. But I think the Killer Bass would win, and I think they vote off their kind of weakest player, which is in between Dawn and Alec. But I think for numbers for females, I think Alec gets eliminated. Sorry, Alec. So we have 7 competitors. So we have 4 boys, 3 girls. So, okay. Sorry. This will lead to Paintball Deer Hunter, and, I think in the Cody case, it would have been Dave, but he didn't survive that long, so I think Jake would have the goddamn accident and get himself eliminated for it, because he gets injured, so I don't think Jake would be coming back. Tom hugs Jake and tell him, and I think Tom and Jake's relationship could properly start in action, not in Island. So yeah, this will lead to if you can take the heat, and so I think the Killer Bass would lose again, and they have to vote someone off, and I think this is when the cops come in and Izzy has to run away. So Izzy is kind of eliminated, but kind of not. So yeah. This will lead to who can you trust, and I'm gonna have to say this, but I think we say goodbye to Dawn here. I think we say goodbye to Dawn because I think Mike, Zoe, Gwen, Trent, Tom, and DJ would vote for Dawn, so Dawn is eliminated. Still good because you get to survive 11 episodes. That is good in my book. So yeah. Okay. This will lead to the next episode, which is basics training. Killer Bass will lose, of course, and I think still, think Harold would still rig the votes against Courtney. So I think Courtney would still be eliminated in this episode. And Duncan and Courtney fall in love with each other. I think Noah and Emma would keep their relationship aside to carry on challenge, and Julia is just being Julia, I guess. So yeah. This would lead to extreme torture. So I think in my case, there would be 4 girls and 6 boys. Well, I think 7 boys, but I think we could put Noah in the girls' team just because I think we need equal numbers. So yeah. And Harold would see Julia's upper half, like Harold saw Heather's. So Harold would get eliminated for this because Killer Bass would lose again. So Noah, Emma, Duncan, and Julia would agree to vote off Harold for looking at Julia's. I'm just not gonna say it. So it's kind of merged today, but how the sex is. So Noah, Duncan, it would be these 5 facing off against 4. It's actually 6, so I think Noah would be on the other team because we need equal numbers. No one would still be eliminated in this episode, so didn't have to talk about it much. Think, yeah. So merge time. It's time for the merge. So yeah, merge time. And 2 people would be coming back, and I think it would be Owen and Izzy. But I don't think there would be like one of them being eliminated right away because they would do something properly strategic and just for numbers, of course, because I think Noah, Emma, Gwen, Trent, Julia, and Duncan would work together, and Zoe, DJ, Mike, Moen, and Izzy would work together. So I think Tom would have no alliances, so that's why he's also eliminated in this case. Sorry, Tom. This would lead to search and do not destroy. I'm gonna make this a purge challenge. So, actually no, I'll make the next one a purge challenge. But I think, Noah and Emma would get immunity, and someone needs to go, and, I think DJ would be gone in this case. Sorry, DJ. Just has to be. Hide and be seeky, purge challenge, you know the game. So, think the elimination order in the hide and seek match would be of course I think Owen and Izzy would be first, followed by Noah and Emma, followed by Julia and Zoe, then Duncan and Trent, and then Gwen. So I think Mike would get immunity in this case. So I think they do the bold claim, and I think we say goodbye to Zoe here. I'm sorry. It just has to be. I think this has to be. I'm sorry. I'm sad doing this, but like I think like it's better off too. Sorry, Zoe. I had to do this to you. I'm very sad to do it, so I feel bad doing it. At least that's off the chain, and I think everyone would just betray Julia, but I think Julia would be the only one that would get immunity since all the cars crash, because Julia rigs the rest of the bikes without them knowing. And Noah would explode at Julia for doing it, and sadly, I think we say goodbye to Noah here. Emma would be crying, and Izzy and Owen would be comforting her. And yeah. Hook, Line, and Screamer was obvious who's going out in this episode, just the one who gets scared easily. And that I think we say goodbye to Trent here. Because I think he could be easily scared if Chef disguises himself as a mime and scares Trent away into the tent, and that's why he's eliminated, which does make one kind of sad, but sad, very sad. And they have to make a pact to try and get Julia out. But I think Julia would win again and have the soul vote, and her soul vote would be Izzy. So Izzy is out. So it would be teams of two in the next episode. So I think it'd be Julia and Owen, Emma and Duncan, and Gwen and Mike. So to make this more sure, I think Julia and Owen would win, followed by Emma and Duncan, and then Gwen and Mike would be last. And for numbers, think we say goodbye to Mike here. He's like the Jeff character. He's not chill though. He's not kind of a chill character, but I think we say goodbye to Mike here. To be real. This will lead to haunt capture, and Dave would accidentally get everyone to say Owen. No, I'm joking. They will say nearly Gwen by accident, so Gwen is eliminated in that way. It's pretty much non-elimination because Mr. Coconut gets eliminated, so it'll be Mr. Coconut getting eliminated. So yeah. And then we got Are We There Yeti? It would be a purge challenge. Julia, Emma, and Duncan would get immunity, which leaves Owen. So Owen is eliminated again. So yeah. this will lead to a triple talk day. It's obvious who's going in this one. Emma and Duncan make a pact to get Julia out, and this leads to the shaving hair. So Julia loses her hair and gets eliminated. Just has to be. It's tough like that. It really is, but it's funny in a way. Still. This leads to the final two, which is Duncan versus Emma. I think because Chris would be kind of good to this. I think he would let one person help each person. Emma would say Noah, and Duncan would of course say Courtney. And I think in ending 1, Emma wins, and in ending 2, Duncan wins. So yeah, Noah is happy for Emma and kisses her. And in Duncan's ending, I think Courtney would be so happy for Duncan. She hugs and kisses him, and makes out with him for that reason. And this would lead to episode 27. So we need team. I think we could just get the teams here. We got teams here. Well, 5 teams here. So team 1 would be full of the boys. So Owen, I think, also DJ would be in this group. I think Jake would be in this group. And I think Tom is well in this group. Team 2, I think this will lead to Mike, Zoe, I think Mike, Zoe, Harold, and, Kai, no, not Kai, Alec. So, yeah. Then Team 3, of course, Emma, Noah, I think Izzy, and I think got Izzy, and, Chase. So, yeah. Then Team 4, Duncan, Courtney, Gwen, Trent, and I think Team 5 would leave Dawn, Kai, who else? Brick, and Dave. But I think Dave would actually, Brick would go on to the other team and go onto a different team quickly, and if they go one underneath, Harold, Julia, I think Harold and Julia would go there. I think Justin would go on to that team. So we have 6 teams. So we have team 1. So this is team 1. Team 2. This is team 2. Oh. Okay, at least you don't see that. Okay, team 3. Team 4. Team 5. And Harold and Julia. Just have Harold and Julia here. So, because they just don't really count as a team, because they're not a team of 3, they're just Harold and Julia. So, the 14 contestants, well, 15, I think I could just do, let's just make this fair, and, I think people that would, and will have 18, no, everyone would lose the case and fall into the water. This would lead to season 2. So Owen, DJ, Jake, Tom, Mike, Zoe, Alec, Brick, Emma, Noah, Izzy, Chase, Duncan, Courtney, Gwen, Trent, Gwen, Dawn, Kai, Dave, Justin, Harold, and Julia would all be in this season. Just because I feel like it's better off. So, I think in this case, I don't think any new contestant would be, put in. There'll be a different elimination order, of course, because Action added it from once. It was Jeff and Bridget, then Izzy, then Trent, I think. Yeah. So yeah, sorry for the short thing. I hope you liked this my way. I'll be back on Sunday for action. So prepare for it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!